What's up, guys? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about some of the crypto news. There's a few pieces today, but I'm going to focus in particularly on two, which is the Fed and an upcoming airdrop, because both of them have, certainly could have some significant impact on the markets. First of all, let's start with the spreadsheet. This is the first 26 coins I held, first 26 coins I spoke about on the channel. If you invested $100 into each one when I released the videos and you're still holding all of that crypto, you'd be in profit for over 50 grand. It's not what I hold anymore. If you want to see what I hold, you can come check out Copy My Cryptos, where I share every coin I buy, every coin I sell, and just how I'm preparing my portfolio based in and around what the hell is happening in the markets. We're in some of the most uncertain times in recent history, with impending wars, with rate hikes, with insane inflation rates, with cost of living crises, with energy rates going through the roof. Forecasts, by the way, I don't know if people are aware of this, but it's worth everyone knowing. The forecast, particularly in the UK, for the energy prices to rise another 47% in autumn. Put that into context. I'm going to talk about it in a second. But yeah, if you're trying to prepare your portfolio, you're not sure how to navigate the terrain, you can come onto Copy My Crypto and see exactly what I'm doing and how I'm organizing everything in anticipation of either a bull or a bear cycle. So yeah, click the link in the description. So first thing, right, actually, there's a ton of crap going on at the moment. So UK, if you're from the UK and you're watching this, we obviously had energy bills rise 54% at the start of this year, right? It's absolutely wrecking people. I know that. Right, there's tons of people that aren't putting heating on. They're putting blankets on. They're wearing blankets in their house. It's a choice between heating or eating. In autumn, their forecast is they're going to rise another 47%. So basically, that's about 2.25 times increase in energy costs across a year. So if you were unaware of this, start figuring out how you're going to manage your money, because god damn, those are some insane increases. That's going to really hurt a lot of people. So bear that in mind. Right. Anyway, sorry, rant. So, Fed announced that they're going to do interest rate hikes. However, a lot smaller than we all anticipated. Basically, forecasts generally, whether it's economists or commentators, we were all expecting that there was going to be probably 50-point rise in interest rates, and it looks like it's going to be 25-point rise, which isn't actually too bad. And Asian markets, stock markets rebounded, and oil price is climbed higher after the head, Jerome Powell, said he supports a smaller rise in interest rates than some expected. So a 0.25% is manageable. Now they're looking at doing a few of these across the year, but now logic dictates that it's probably going to be more likely that we end up with a 1% across the year, as opposed to what many were forecasting, which was around 1.6%. So that's actually very positive. It's come down a lot from anticipation. So generally what happens with these rising interest rates is interest rates continue to rise until a recession kicks in, and then they reset. And we are going to see a recession at some point. Maybe the lagging gain in interest rates actually extends the amount of time till the recession, because I've been expecting a recession this year, so maybe there's a delay there now. But it's something everyone needs to bear in mind. If you've got a mortgage, a lot of, I don't know, to be fair, rules in America, but I know in the UK you can go on to interest. You can change your mortgage to interest only for a year. Something to bear in mind is when interest rates have risen dramatically and substantially, which is expected across the next few years, a lot of people have lost homes. They've gone foreclosed. So figuring out how to manage your mortgage is going to be key across the next few years. Things are tough, like I said. You've got it. So I'm generally just talking. I know, not overly crypto specific, but to be fair, with regards to this does actually mean that markets are probably a bit more bullish for March. We were expecting that March was going to be substantially bearish based on interest rates and tapering. However, obviously, with everything going on in Russia, they have reconsidered the level of interest rate hike that they were going to do. They've reduced it. Tapering, probably it may happen, but it's probably going to again happen at a lesser rate than they were considering initially. What that does mean is that stock markets will be more bullish. It means crypto will be more bullish, and the breakout that we've seen quite recently could continue, because all of these rate hike, like this smaller rate hike, was priced into the market substantially. So I don't think we're going to necessarily see a huge dramatic downturn like we were potentially expecting. Although it's on the 15th, so there's still time for the Fed to change their mind. There's still time for stock markets or crypto, market caps to reduce dramatically and factor in more in terms of the interest rates. But that level of interest rate was priced in. So, and we've known about it for a few months. And the fact that it's smaller could be quite a buoyant moment for the markets. So it'd be interesting to see how that plays out. Another piece of news before I get onto this one. Kraken's CEO came out with a tweet, Jesse Powell, and he was saying that basically, they're not going to consider doing a blanket ban on Russian crypto accounts. They will, if they're legally required, deal with individuals that potentially are being sanctioned, but they're not going to look at a blanket ban. They were saying that fundamentally, if we're, I think his tweet was along the lines of, if we're looking at having to blanket ban because of invasions, we would also have to blanket ban all of our American. It was sort of a dig at basically America's behavior over the past couple of decades in terms of going into other countries. So it was a surprisingly strong tweet. But I agree with the principle of you can't just blanket ban an entire country. A lot of these people have just invested their money. They don't have anything to do with Putin or any semblance of a war. They're just people that are trying to live the same as all of us. And I thought that was good. So the main thing, Ukraine government looks like it's preparing a first of its kind airdrop to crypto donors. Now, obviously, Ukraine have received over $30 million in crypto donations, whether that was Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot. I think they were the three. So the crowdfunding and airdrop underscore the potential for traditional organizations to bootstrap crypto adoption. So it's accumulated over 30 million from about 50,000 donations, so which is pretty incredible. If you're looking at that, I know, if you take an average, that's like $600 per person. I know that's going to be skewed by a few massive whales, but it's good to see. It's good to see that at least crypto can be used in these kind of ways. So the Ukrainian government has confirmed an airdrop for anyone who contributes to its crypto donations by 11 a.m. Eastern Time on today. So the potential reward for the global community of donors foreshadows new potential use cases for crypto across mainstream audiences. For context, airdrops involve businesses or crypto projects providing free tokens or Obviously, we know what a friggin' airdrop is. So Ukraine is making history tomorrow by being the first nation state to airdrop a token to those that donated. So yeah, it was Ethereum, Polkadot, and Tether. So additionally, the popular decentralized exchange Uniswap has created a donate to Ukraine feature on its platform, which allows users to swap listed tokens into Ether donations for Ukraine in a single Ethereum transaction. So people of Ukraine are obviously very pleased with Uniswap. Among those donations was a CryptoPunk NFT. That NFT was worth about 200 grand and was sent to, wow. Gavin Wood also donated 5 million to the country. So lots of donations obviously came in. Now, there is an opportunity here if you are looking for an airdrop, but we don't know the value of the airdrop. It's going to be a token. Presumably, it appears to be a crypto token being created by Ukraine. So if it garners value, this could actually be very profitable. So if you were to donate, it's basically if anyone that's donated can receive this airdrop. So if you were looking potentially at donating, and you're also looking at trying to make a positive out of it, like beyond the positive of donating, I guess, or the feeling you get, and you're looking at, potentially getting an airdrop back or whatever, you could spread that across multiple wallets. And that's an idea, so say you were donating half an ETH, right? You could spread that across 5 wallets, to a tenth of an ETH, and across 5 different wallets. Obviously, there'd be an increase in transaction fees that you'd have to spend, but those 5 wallets would now be eligible for some level of airdrop. If the airdrop ends up being very profitable, you've not only made a donation that you're presumably happy with, but you've also potentially made some money. There's a little opportunity there if you would want to participate. It will be very, very interesting to see how this plays, because presumably they're going to take a snapshot after 11 Eastern time today. So yeah, people could feasibly earn something. But it's one of those, look, fundamentally, I don't necessarily think this is the thing that you're trying to be figuring out a clever way to make money. I think there is an opportunity, but you do what you want to do in terms of, donations. But this could be a real pivotal moment, not just for Ukraine, not necessarily for the people that donated, but for how institutions start looking at how upcoming businesses start thinking about crowdfunding, how new businesses start thinking about how they're going to get off the ground. There's a very, very interesting concept here, which we've all seen. If we've been in crypto for a while, we've all seen how, airdrops, donations based things work, because technically we've sort of seen that with Kusama and Polkadot for the past couple year, really. When Kusama started their parachains, you commit Kusama and you get airdrop the tokens for the parachains on Kusama. Same with Polkadot. So this is given a wider scale perspective to all upcoming businesses, and this could be feasibly a very a catalyst moment for a lot of new companies and how they're going to start setting up. Really interesting. It'll be very interesting to see how this plays out. Yeah, that's it for me. Hope you're all keeping very, very well. If you are in crypto, and you're not happy with how you're navigating the markets at the moment, you can come check out Copy My Crypto. I go through exactly what I'm doing, how I've prepared. Bear or bull cycle, there is money to be made. I mean, the bear cycle is where everyone should be making crazy returns, because all you've got to start doing is prepping. Because when a bear cycle comes, it will come and it will be deep and it will cut through, the the market hard, you're going to see significant altcoins that lose 80% of their value. Then there's opportunities. So you spend time, if you've got the time, spend the time to garner a list of cryptos that you think have immense potential, and then watch what they're doing across the bear cycle. Because if they are hitting their roadmap, if they're building good partnerships, if they've retraced enough, all these things matter, and you might find a coin that can do 100x gain. That was what I said with Phantom. Great team, hitting their targets, huge retracement. I said Phantom would 100x because it hit some of those key targets. So spend your time making sure you've highlighted projects that you think are brilliant, and then watch what they do when a bear cycle inevitably comes. Because at some point it will. Whether that's this month, I think this month is very unlikely now with the Fed reducing the rate that they were going to increase by. But whether that's in the summer or the autumn, there's going to be an opportunity there. I've got a list of coins that I'm watching. I'm going to be sharing them with everyone on Copy My Crypto when I think they've once bear cycle territory hits. So yeah. Anyway, take it easy, guys. Bye bye.